Not all of the gangs in Los Angeles have followed the traditions of the long-established street gang code of conduct. Breaking the rules seemed to be the thing to do in the mid-1980s when a few rebellious young boys, former members and associates of the 18th Street Gang, formed the Vineland Boys Gang. They took the name Vineland Boys from their crew, which played football on Vineland Street in North Hollywood. Among the early founding members of the Vineland Boys were Teddy "Green Eyes" Lopez and his brother Hilario Lopez. In January 1988, Teddy Lopez, then in the 9th grade, and a group of 10 to 12 other Vineland boys embarked upon their criminal voyage. The boys attempted a robbery that resulted in the murder of the victim, Carlos Cardoza, 26. More gang activities followed, and their criminal conduct led them in and out of Los Angeles juvenile facilities. The powerful 18th Street Gang considered the formation of this new gang by its own members to be set jumping and have been at war with the Vineland Boys ever since. This betrayal of their 18th Street allegiance would prove fatal to some. At the time of the split from the 18th Street Gang, the Vineland Boys were a relatively new, but very large barrio. Apparently the Vineland Boys is the product of 3 former barrios. These barrios are Vineland Boys, which formerly claimed North Hollywood, Solvale, and another barrio called the Village Boys. They then changed their gang moniker to SVVBS, which is a combination of all their former names and initials. SV for Sun Valley or Solvale, VBS was the former initials of Village Boys, but it now stands for the Vineland Boys, whose former initials were VLB. Without gang veteranos and old-school traditions to guide them, the Vineland Boys made many mistakes and often violated the Shurina Reglas, the unwritten rules established by the Mexican Mafia prison gang, which govern all Southern California Latino gangs. The gang was eventually green-lighted by the Mexican Mafia, meaning that they became fair game and open season to all Shurinos. 10 years after forming the Vineland Boys Gang, founder Teddy Lopez was attacked with knives and beer bottles at the Baby Doe's nightclub in Monterey Park. Other gang members at the nightclub had recognized him as marked for death on the hit list, due to the green light issued on them by the Mexican Mafia. Following the murder of the founder of the Vineland Boys, Teddy "Green Eyes" Lopez, and the violent deaths of other Vineland Boys members, the Vineland Boys attempted to mend their relationship with the Mexican Mafia. By trying to make up for their past poor history, they became reckless in their gangbanging and had attempted to build an extremely violent reputation in order to establish themselves as hardcore gang members. The Vineland Boys then formed an alliance with the Armenian Power 13 gang to obtain assault weapons, and have since specialized in the distribution of large quantities of methamphetamine. Like many other non-traditional street gangs, the Vineland Boys have been forced into complying with the traditional gang conduct and regulations laid down by and enforced by the Mexican Mafia.